Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Music, how you doing? I barely put this show together. I'm running up against the clock. Woo! How you doing? Thursday's the new Friday. I'm 50. You see the cake? Which way we gotta go? Right there. The cake right there. I turned 50 today. We got 4 topics, mostly college football. Then we have 3 locks of the week. I'm discombobulated, babe. I'm 3 beers deep. I'm on vacation from my day profession. I'm trying to put a live show together. My consultant, I told him I'd give him a shout out. My birthday gift was an adult trick or treat bag of 15 of these. I don't even drink these. I don't drink liquor. I drink beer. I got Sam Adams variety pack. Jason Gander, here you go. This show's going to go off the rails. I'm on vacation. It's my 50th birthday. Here we go. Bottoms up. What just happened? Live every Thursday. This is going to be bad. Oh. Oh, what just happened? Oh, we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble tonight. Oh, the fireball. Thank you, Jason, for the birthday gift. Here we go. This is what just happened live on 12 Ounce Sports every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We drink beer. We chew on a cigar. I got to get a new one. It's crumbling in my mouth. It's gross. And we smoke our vape once in a while. And then we bring up topics that make us say, what just happened? If you have kids, we cuss. I mean, this is a crash show. It's on the internet. Who cares? We don't give a crap. If you want to bet MyBookie, 12OZ Sports promo code, you get $1,000 free, courtesy of 12 Ounce Sports. Let's get to it because we talk a lot of gambling. We write a lot of articles about gambling. I'm old, so we got to get this show on the road. Here we go. First topic. This is crazy stuff. I need to find out how to get this gig. Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M. Oh! He got fired. Usually, in my world, when you get fired, it's bad news. This guy gets $26,301 per day over the next 8 years to not coach. How do I get that deal? How do I get all that money? to not work. What's Texas A&M doing? Kevin Sumlin's still getting paid by them. Here's the crazy part about Jimbo Fisher getting fired. They fired him fresh off a win to take Texas A&M to 7-4. Who do you guys think you are? Who is in charge of Texas A&M football? Why do you think you're supposed to be better than 7-4? You're not Alabama. You're not Georgia. You're 7-4. Quit hemorrhaging money. You know who pays the money? The students, the fans. The university's not paying that money. The ticket prices go up. The tuition goes up. And now you got to find a third coach that you're going to overpay. I've heard Urban Meyer. I've heard all kinds of names. What is this? What just happened? Why are you firing this guy? You're 7-4. You're Texas A&M. Nobody gives a shit about Texas A&M football. The only person that cares about your football team is the 12th man, a.k.a. your fans, a.k.a. the one student that gets to play special teams every Saturday. This is stupid. What just happened? You're going to pay this guy $26,000 or $26,301 a day for the next 8 years to not coach your football team. You're still paying Kevin Sumlin, who was a perfectly fine football coach. Now you have to go find a third coach that you're going to have to pay $10 million a year. This is ridiculous. What just happened? Get your shit together, Texas A&M. Nobody cares about your football program but you. You're not supposed to be one of the elites. You're not one of the elites, regardless of what you think you are. No. Stop firing coaches. Let somebody play out their contract. You probably should hire a third coach and let that person coach until you're done paying old coaches. This is dumb. And you know, your students, your fans are the ones that pay for this. Your boosters. You just piss away money. $26,301 per day. That could go to education. That could go to educating young people. Instead, you're going to pay it to a guy that doesn't have to coach football anymore. Stupid human behavior. Ow! We're off and running. Here we go. F1. F1's coming to Vegas, baby. Coming. They're already there. Oh, am I coming or going? They're already in Vegas. A lot of people, they're indifferent about it. I know a guy that lives in Vegas. It's kind of disruptive to their lives. They're not sure if they're up for it. It's taken the strip kind of completely out. So if you're a tourist, you're kind of getting screwed. And there's a couple other issues coming with it. Now, this is Mercedes taking a test drive with a car, not an F1 race car. But the issue is they just freshly paved this. Now, that's kind of part of my world outside of 12-ounce sports. I pave roads. A freshly paved road can be slick in the cold weather. It's going to be in the 40s. Why did they do this? You know how powerful these F1 cars are? They're going to be sliding everywhere. I couldn't find the video that I saw on Twitter like 6 days ago. But they did a couple test drives and they were spinning out everywhere. The other problem with Vegas is they set the bar. They spent so much damn money. Again, we're talking about money. We talked about it with Jimbo. Now we're talking about F1. Money drives the world, right? Oh! They spent so much money that they started setting hotel prices and ticket prices, which you can get tickets on 12-ounce sports for cheaper than what you're going to pay on Ticketmaster. I'm telling you right now, I've checked it. 120zsports.com. They've had to lower it because nobody was buying them. Nobody wants to put up with this garbage. No. They don't want to put up with this garbage. Woo! The fireball's hitting now. Thanks, Jason. But the issue, this is going to be interesting because the race is Saturday. Are they going to be slipping and sliding everywhere? Are they going to be hitting walls? Is this going to be a normal? I mean, Verstappen called it a clown show. What just happened? Why are they having a race in Vegas in November? This seems like it was put together hastily, last minute, just for show. And now you have drivers worried about the new asphalt and the cold weather, and they're not having a sprint race before it. So the asphalt's not going to be kind of worked in. And on the promoter side, they set hotel prices and ticket prices to the race way too high, and nobody's buying them. Nobody's buying the tickets, so they had to drastically lower them. It's comical. What just happened? F1, what are you doing? Get it together. You have a gold mine. These people need me in charge, is what needs to happen. They need me in charge. Everybody needs to relax. F1, what just happened? We're moving on. I'm into my Sam Adams 12-pack variety pack. It's good stuff. I'm going to go to Lockport Brewery in Bolivar, Ohio tomorrow and get me some Christmas cheer beer. Woo! Check them out online. Now, another topic that I want to talk about is, did you see the Penn State mess that's going on? Hold, please. Penn State can't score points. And they were surrounded in the hornet's nest of the Michigan melee with supposed sign stealing or illegal scouting, whatever you want to call it. So they had kind of Michigan where they wanted them. Harbaugh wasn't on the sideline. They had the home crowd in their advantage. And they had trouble moving the ball, scoring points. Well, they fired their offensive coordinator as a result of it. Why is it the offensive coordinator's fault that their stupid head coach, because I texted my friends during the game, they just scored. They had momentum. It was 24-15. James Franklin, down 9, decides to go for 2. What are you doing? What just happened? You don't go for 2 down 9. Because if you don't get it, you're still 2 scores behind. You idiot. Why are they firing their offensive coordinator? He's limited. Drew Aller, or whatever his name is not an elite quarterback. They have a half-average line, and they have no marquee wide receivers. It's not the offensive coordinator's fault. It's the head coach's fault. He's an idiot. He can't win the big game. Look at his big game record. It's terrible. What just happened? Why are you firing the offensive coordinator? Why is he your scapegoat? James Franklin is a terrible head coach for a big program. He should take over like a Bowling Green. He would be perfect. You don't go for 2 down 9 when you finally got momentum against the number 2 or 3 team in the nation, depending on who's voting. You don't go for 2 down 9. That's a terrible decision. But they fired an offensive coordinator to make the fans think, oh, well, they're making changes. They're shaking things up. No, fire the head coach. He doesn't know what he's doing. What just happened? Good grief. I got to hurry up. This fireball killed me. Jason, thank you for the happy birthday gift. The cake's right there. Fireball's not for me. Speaking of Michigan, yes, I'm an Ohio State fan. And I'm not making fun of this coach. Just so we're clear, I'm not making fun of the interim coach. This is not what this is about. I'm going to bring up his video of his post-game interview against Penn State. But it's not to make light of him. It's to make light of the fact that they're all distraught. Like, you guys committed an infraction. What are you so upset about? What's the problem? Like, you're acting like somebody died. You guys committed an infraction. Why are we so upset? Why is it Michigan? First of all, Michigan versus the world. You stole that from your rival. It was Ohio against the world previously. We came up with the slogan. Why are you stealing our slogan? I thought you were better than us. Second of all, like, I understand this. I mean, I just cried during Welcome to Wrexham, the last episode. So I get it. Sports brings that out of me too. But why are you so upset? It's not the end of the world. Your coach can't stand on the sideline. He's still coaching. He didn't get fired. Everybody relax at Michigan. You guys are still elite. You're still a dominant team. Relax. Relax. Calm down. There's nothing to get worked up about. There's nothing to get worked about. What just happened? You guys need to chill out a little bit. Oh, here we go. We breezed. This show's getting too quick. It's too quick for me. 15 minutes, just 16 minutes just blew by. It's my birthday. I'm 50. I'm old. I know I don't look old. I look about 38. I'm lying. I look about 49. Ow! We'll be right back. What just happened? Live on 12 Ounce Sports. We love our sponsors. Shank It Golf, 12OZ. You'll get 15% off. They have cool gear. MyBookie, 12OZ. You'll get $1,000 free to bet with. Help us out. We're small. We love you. We're going to be right back after these quick messages.
Twelve Ounce Sports has a new home for betting. BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12 Ounce Sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 12OZ and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sports book. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
A little extra time this week for bets. You know, I tried to be aware. Most weeks, we get to the locks of the week. We're down to like 6 minutes. We got 10 minutes today. I tried to make extra time. Now we're going to get down to the locks of the week. I'm flying by, but again, it's my birthday. I'm not trying to work overtime. That's all. I'm not trying to work overtime. I'm trying to get down to my bets and move on with my evening. Oh! And I did one of these, and I don't do these. So we're struggling. 12 Ounce Sports. Check us out, 12ozsports.com. We have all kinds of articles out. We got DFS. We got a lot of racing articles, just so happens. And, we have a lot of good sponsors. Shank It Golf, 12OZ, you get 15% off. You got MyBookie, 12OZ, you get $1,000 free to bet. Here we go. Lock number 1. So, full disclosure, I went 1-2 last week after I had like a 8-1 stretch over 3 shows. At one point, I had 6 picks in a row on my locks of the week in 2 shows. And overall, we're almost 90%. We just dipped under 90% because of last week. Now, I didn't know Air Force was going to get drilled by Hawaii. They're terrible. And I didn't know Oklahoma State decided to take a dump against UCF. Like, how do you know this is going to happen? Oklahoma State was 15th in the nation. UCF had a losing record. And they absolutely destroyed Oklahoma State. They didn't even belong on the same field. It was insane. Like, how do you predict? You can't predict that. But my disclaimer is I feel pretty good about these 3 locks of the week. They seem reasonable and logical. We're going to get to the first one. The first one now, this is a weird line. Rutgers is getting 19.5 against Penn State. Penn State, we just said in the first half of the show, Penn State just fired their offensive coordinator. So, they have a new offensive coordinator. Rutgers they're 6-4. They're not world beaters, but neither is Penn State. And Rutgers has better offensive numbers. Of course, Penn State has better defensive numbers. But hear me out, because 80% of the public money is on Rutgers. I think the public money is recognizing that this line is overinflated. 19.5? Really? You think Penn State's going to beat Rutgers by 20? They have common opponents that would suggest a much closer matchup is going to ensue. I don't know where they came up with this line, but Rutgers can run the ball. They gave Ohio State some fits. Ohio State only beat them by 19. Ohio State's clearly better than Penn State. Penn State is kind of in disarray. They're kind of reeling from last week. They're kind of reeling from firing their offensive coordinator. Who knows what their offense will look like? But they're shoving in a temporary offensive coordinator against a decent Rutgers defense, a 6-4 team that can hang with big boys. They hung with Ohio State for a little while, for 3 quarters. I mean, Ohio State ended up winning by, I think it was 19. But Penn State's not nearly as good as Ohio State. 19.5 is a lot to give Rutgers in this matchup. Take Rutgers. I'm telling you, both teams predominantly run, so that's going to chew huge chunks of clock. And Rutgers can score on Penn State. This is going to be like 17-14. This is going to be a classic Big Ten low-scoring affair. 17-14, 20-14 still. It's 19.5. 19.5 assumes Penn State's going to score like mid-30s. They haven't done that in weeks. They scored 31 against Illinois. Rutgers is better than Illinois. You have to sometimes look at common opponents. It doesn't always mean the world. It doesn't always mean that's accurate. But if you look at who Penn State scored against, Rutgers is much better than those teams. Take the 19.5. That's a huge line for this matchup. I don't get it, but I'm going to bet it. I'm going to place that bet on my bookie, 120 OZ Sports, get $1,000 free. That's lock of the week number 1. We're about 90%. Last week, we took a beating. We took a beating last week, but don't lose faith in me. 90%. Lock of the week number 2. This one's crazy. Number 1, Georgia is only giving up 10 over Tennessee. I'm taking Georgia. The Dogs are absolutely rolling. Tennessee just lost to Missouri, 36-7. 36-7. Georgia just beat Missouri. Is Tennessee's home field advantage this substantial? I don't think so. Georgia has a huge advantage on offense and defense if you look at the stats, and almost 90% of the money is on Georgia. It's a no-brainer. What just happened? Why is it only 10? This is a gambler's paradise. If you look at the stats, if you look at logic, if you look at common opponents, there's a lot of things you can look at. Now, they still have to play it out. We'll see. They still got to play it out. You know, what are you going to do? This on paper seems like a flawed line. 10 points. At the very least, Georgia will win 38-24. You cover by 4 points. But if you look at common opponents, you're like, I don't know. I don't know. If you look at common opponents, you think Georgia's going to win this by like 28. Mark my words. Georgia's going to win by more than 10. Tennessee's home. Listen, Old Rocky Top, that used to be an intimidating place to play. But these modern football players seem to feed off of the home team's crowd when they're the away team. It doesn't scare anybody anymore. They have silent signals for the offense, so it doesn't disrupt the signals. And they like the energetic, electric atmosphere. I'm telling you, Georgia's not going to be frightened or however you want to say. They're not going to be spooked. They're going to come in ready to play. They're number one. They just moved back into number one over Ohio State. They're motivated, and they know they have Alabama coming up in the SEC title game. I look for Georgia to be zoned in, and they're going to reach their peak here, and they're going to be ready. And Tennessee, again, if you look at common opponents, Tennessee cannot match up with Georgia. Georgia, if you look at the stats, is much better in offense and defensive stats. No brainer. 38-21 is my guess. 38-24 maybe. But I don't see Tennessee able to score more than 24 against Georgia. Missouri has a better defense and held Georgia to 30. They have a better defense than Tennessee. And they held Georgia to 30. Tennessee's not holding Georgia to 30. No, not at all. I don't care if Bauer's out. Georgia is going to put up points here. That's lock of the week number 2. Now, we're leaving college football. We're down to less than 3 minutes to go. We're leaving college football for lock of the week number 3. This is a crazy line, too. The Cowboys, 10.5. I don't always like these big lines in the NFL. The Panthers are horrendous. Have you been watching the Carolina Panthers? They've got 1 win on the season. It was early in the year. Their only close games are against other bad teams. And Dallas has been killing people. And Dallas holds the advantage in every single category in this matchup. If you don't believe me, 75% of the money's on Dallas. I'm telling you, 10.5 is nothing. They'll win it by at least 14. I know the NFL's very comparable, very even. But the Cowboys, they seem to be locked in now. They seem to be locked in. They've been whipping people. The Panthers have been getting whipped. The last 2 Panthers matchups have been blowouts. And they're terrible. It's a horrible team. It's a horrible football team. And the Cowboys are firing on all cylinders. Take the Cowboys minus 10.5. I know it's scary to take a big line like that in the NFL. But they're going to win by, 31-20 covers. But they're going to win by 14. It's going to be like, the Cowboys put up big points. It might be more than 14. It might be 38-10. Remember the show. The Cowboys are going to kill the Panthers. They're going to kill them. The Panthers are terrible. It's one of the worst NFL teams I've seen in a long time. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. I turned 50 today. I can't believe it. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of 50. But I got to deal with it. Jason Gander, thanks for the birthday gift. 12 Ounce Sports. What just happened? Hope it was entertaining. I'm out of my mind tonight. My first day of vacation. I'm out. Peace. Thanks for tuning in. Love you.